90 Day Fiancé The Other Way star Jenny Slatten shares update on Sumit's Family Cafe. We are a strong business now. Since its very first season, 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way has documented one of the franchise's most talked about and emotionally complex love stories, the journey of Jenny Slatten and Sumit Singh. Their relationship has never been simple, never conventional, and never free from obstacles. What began as an online connection slowly transformed into a real-life romance that defied age gaps, cultural expectations, family resistance, and societal judgment. Over the years, viewers have watched Jenny and Sumit fight for their love through circumstances that would have broken many couples long ago. From the shocking revelation that Sumit had initially catfished Jenny using fake photos, to the painful truth that he was secretly married through an arranged marriage, their story has been filled with betrayal, heartbreak, forgiveness, and resilience. Even after Summit's divorce, the couple faced relentless opposition from his family, particularly his parents, who struggled to accept Jenny as their son's partner due to her age, nationality, and background. Add to that the global COVID-19 pandemic, visa struggles, financial instability, and cultural clashes, and it becomes clear just how much Jenny and Summit have endured together. Now, in the current season of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, the couple is facing what may be their most challenging chapter yet, moving in with Summit's family under one roof while simultaneously starting a family-run cafe business together. Living together is difficult enough, but working together in a high-pressure environment adds a whole new layer of stress, emotion, and potential conflict. Despite all this, Jenny Slatten recently shared a surprisingly positive update that has given fans a sense of relief and hope. "We've definitely grown even closer as a couple," Slatten said. "I didn't think that was possible." Her words reflect not just love, but survival, the kind of closeness that comes from weathering storms together, from choosing each other again and again, even when the world seems determined to pull you apart. Jenny explained that the challenges they face today have actually strengthened their bond, forcing them to communicate more openly, support each other more deeply, and stand united against external pressures. Although Jenny has lived in India for several years now, she openly admits that adapting to life there hasn't been easy. One of the biggest barriers she still faces is language. She knows some Hindi words, she shared, but that's about as far as it goes. This language gap often leaves Jenny feeling isolated, confused, and dependent, especially when surrounded by Summit's family members who primarily speak Hindi. Everyday conversations, arguments, jokes, and emotional exchanges often happen around her without her full understanding, making her feel like an outsider in her own home. Since leaving the United States and her familiar life in Palm Springs, Jenny admits she has lost a significant amount of her independence. "I depend 100% on Sumit," Slatten explained. "I've lost a lot of independence and I don't drive." This dependence is not just emotional, but practical. From transportation to communication, from navigating cultural norms to dealing with daily logistics, Jenny relies heavily on Sumit. While this loss of independence has been difficult for her, she also emphasizes that Sumit has stepped up in every possible way as a partner. "He's the most caring guy I've ever known," she said warmly. According to Jenny, Summit's patience, kindness, and emotional intelligence make him everything she could ever want in a partner. He constantly reassures her, supports her emotionally, and prioritizes her well-being, especially in moments when she feels overwhelmed or out of place. Thankfully, fans can also breathe a sigh of relief when it comes to the couple's financial future. Despite early doubts and visible struggles, Singh's Family Cafe is now doing well. "We're a strong business now," Slatten reported proudly. One of the key reasons for their success has been the addition of a professional coffee machine, which significantly upgraded the quality of their offerings and attracted more customers. Jenny admitted that learning how to operate the machine was difficult at first. She struggled with the controls, the timing, the pressure settings, and the technical aspects of making coffee, but she didn't give up. Over time, her confidence grew, her skills improved, and she even began to enjoy the process. Despite the cafe's success, Jenny and Sumit are still living in a crowded household with Sumit's parents, his brother, his sister-in-law, and their child. The lack of privacy and constant family dynamics continue to take a toll on Jenny. I don't really like it too much, Jenny admitted honestly. She explained that she prefers things done her own way, while Sumit's mother has very specific expectations about how the household should run. This naturally leads to tension. However, Jenny revealed that her relationship with her mother-in-law, Sadhna Singh, has improved significantly. "We clash a little bit, but Sadhna and I are fine," she said. "Our relationship is good." This is a major shift from earlier seasons, where Sadhna openly disapproved of Jenny and did everything she could to prevent her son from being with her. Now, while there are still disagreements, there's a level of acceptance and coexistence that didn't exist before. Jenny recently stopped by the Decider studio to discuss the season so far, offering deeper insights into her relationship, the cafe business, family conflicts, and which couples she's rooting for this season. "We know each other a lot better now," Jenny said with a laugh. "We've definitely grown even closer as a couple. I didn't think that was possible." When asked about the biggest hurdles she and Sumit have faced, Jenny didn't hesitate. That would have to be living with his family. She confirmed that they are still living in Sumit's parents' home and admitted that it remains a daily challenge. "I don't really like it too much," she repeated. "I want things my way, his mom wants things her way." Still, she emphasized that while they do clash, things are not hostile. "Sadhna and I are fine. Our relationship is good." Jenny also acknowledged that Sadhna's acceptance of her may have coincided with tensions between Sadhna and her daughter-in-law, Shri, the wife of Sumit's brother Amit. "Yes, definitely," Jenny said. "She tends to play favorites. It's really weird, but I've gotten used to it." Reflecting on her move from Palm Springs to India, Jenny described the loss of independence as the hardest adjustment. "I depend 100% on Sumit." Despite this, she praised Sumit's devotion and kindness, calling him the most caring partner she has ever known. Jenny also shared updates about her daughters, who remain a strong source of emotional support. "They're doing good," she said happily. She expressed her desire to bring her daughter Christina back to India, while acknowledging that her middle daughter, Dominique, has responsibilities with her children that make travel difficult. When asked how her daughters feel about seeing her interactions with Sumit's family on the show, Jenny laughed. "They feel sorry for me. But ultimately, they just want her to be happy. As long as I'm happy with Sumit, they're happy for me." Jenny admitted she still doesn't understand Hindi well and often feels left out of conversations around her. "I can't speak Hindi, but I know some Hindi words. That's about as far as it goes." Regarding the cafe business, Jenny revealed that it was originally Sadhna's idea, and she had serious doubts. "To myself, I was thinking, this is never gonna work." Despite having no prior restaurant experience, she pushed through, learned on the job, and grew into her role. "We are a strong business now." She now enjoys making cappuccinos and even finds the coffee machine fun to use. As for Sumit's friend Rohit, Jenny didn't hold back, accusing him of jealousy and negativity. He's a little jealous of Sumit doing well. Looking ahead, Jenny teased more drama this season, especially surrounding the family cafe. "You'll see me getting fed up a lot." Despite conflicts, she and Sumit always talk things out. "We usually work it all out." Finally, when asked which couple she's rooting for, Jenny named Manon and Anthony, empathizing with Manon's outspoken nature. I feel for her. And when it came to the goat milking date, I would have definitely reacted like Manon did. 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way star Jenny Slatton and Sumit Singh have stood out as one of the franchise's most emotional, controversial, and deeply layered couples. Their love story has never followed a smooth or predictable path. Instead, it has unfolded through years of uncertainty, sacrifice, and relentless challenges that tested not only their commitment to each other, but also their emotional strength and resilience. What started as an online relationship gradually turned into a real-world romance that pushed against nearly every boundary imaginable. Their connection challenged age differences, cultural traditions, family expectations, and public opinion. Time and again, viewers watched as Jenny and Sumit chose each other, even when the odds seemed stacked firmly against them. Their journey was marked by shocking revelations and painful truths. Sumit's early deception, using fake photos online, was just the beginning. Later came the devastating discovery that he was already married through an arranged marriage, a revelation that nearly destroyed their relationship. Even after Sumit went through the difficult and emotionally draining process of divorce, the couple continued to face intense resistance from his family, particularly his parents, who struggled to accept Jenny because of her age, nationality, and background. When global travel restrictions, visa issues, financial instability, and the COVID-19 pandemic were added to the mix, it became clear that Jenny and Sumit were enduring pressures that would have pushed many couples to walk away. In the current season of 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way, their challenges have reached a new level. Jenny and Sumit are now living under the same roof as his family, while also trying to build a future together by running a family-owned cafe. Sharing a home with in-laws is difficult on its own, but combining that with the stress of running a business together creates an environment filled with tension, emotional strain, and constant adjustment. Despite everything, Jenny Slatton recently shared an update that surprised many fans with its positivity. She explained that instead of pushing them apart, these hardships have actually brought her and Sumit closer than ever before. According to Sumit, their relationship has deepened in ways she never expected. The obstacles they face now have forced them to communicate more honestly, support each other more intentionally, and stand united in situations that could easily have caused division. Although Jenny has been living in India for several years, adapting to life there continues to be challenging. One of the biggest difficulties she faces is the language barrier. She openly admits that she only understands a few basic Hindi words and cannot fully follow conversations happening around her. This often leaves her feeling disconnected, especially when surrounded by Sumit's family members who primarily communicate in Hindi. Important discussions, disagreements, jokes, and emotional moments frequently take place without her full understanding, making her feel isolated within her own home. In Palm Springs, Jenny says she has lost much of the independence she once had. She no longer drives and relies almost entirely on Sumit for daily needs, from transportation to communication and navigating cultural norms. While this loss of independence has been difficult emotionally, Jenny emphasizes that Sumit has consistently stepped up as a partner. She describes him as incredibly kind, patient, and attentive, always focused on making sure she feels safe, supported, and cared for. Financially, the couple is finally seeing some stability. After early struggles and uncertainty, Singh's family cafe has begun to thrive. Jenny proudly shared that the business is now doing well, crediting much of its success to the addition of a professional coffee machine. Learning to operate the equipment was a challenge at first. Jenny struggled with understanding the technical details, timing, and pressure controls, but she refused to give up. Over time, she became more confident, improved her skills, and even started to enjoy the process. Making coffee, especially cappuccinos, eventually became something she found genuinely fun. Even with the cafe's success, Jenny and Sumit are still living in a crowded household that includes Sumit's parents, his brother, his sister-in-law, and their child. The lack of privacy and constant family presence continue to weigh heavily on Jenny. She admits she prefers having things done her own way, while Sumit's mother has very firm expectations about how the household should operate. This difference naturally leads to friction. However, there has been noticeable progress in Jenny's relationship with her mother-in-law, Sadhna Singh. While disagreements still happen, Jenny says their relationship is far better than it was in the past. This marks a significant change from earlier seasons, when Sadhna openly opposed the relationship and did everything possible to keep Jenny and Sumit apart. Now, even though tensions remain, there is a sense of acceptance and coexistence that didn't exist before. Jenny also acknowledged that Sadhna's warmer attitude toward her may partly be connected to issues within the family, particularly tensions between Sadhna and her other daughter-in-law, Shri, who was married to Sumit's brother. According to Jenny, Sadhna has a tendency to play favorites, something Jenny has learned to accept over time. During a visit to the Decider studio, Jenny reflected on how much her relationship with Sumit has evolved. She shared that they understand each other far better now and feel closer than ever before. When asked about the biggest challenge they face as a couple, she immediately pointed to living with his family. While it remains difficult, she made it clear that the situation is manageable and not openly hostile. Jenny also spoke about her daughters, who continue to be an important source of emotional support. She shared that they are doing well and that she hopes to bring her daughter Christina back to India in the future. Her middle daughter, Dominique, has children and responsibilities that make travel more complicated, but Jenny remains close to all of them. Her daughters feel sympathy when they see her struggles on the show, but above all, they want her to be happy and fulfilled in her relationship. The family cafe itself was originally Sadhna's idea, something Jenny initially doubted would ever work. Combining family life and business under one roof seemed like a recipe for disaster. However, through persistence and learning on the job, Jenny grew into her role and helped turn the cafe into a successful operation. Jenny also addressed negativity from Sumit's friend Rohit, suggesting that jealousy played a role in his critical attitude toward the business. Looking ahead, Jenny hinted that viewers will see more tension and frustration this season, particularly related to the cafe and family dynamics. Still, she emphasized that she and Sumit always talk through their issues and find a way to resolve conflicts together. When asked which couple she supports this season, Jenny mentioned Manan and Anthony, expressing empathy for Manan's outspoken personality and the criticism she faces. And when reflecting on the infamous goat milking date, Jenny made it clear she would have reacted the same way Manan did. Through all the chaos, cultural clashes, and emotional strain, Jenny and Sumit continue to move forward, stronger, more united, and determined to build a life together against all odds. 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way star Jenny Slatin shares update on Sumit's family cafe. We are a strong business now. Since its first season, Jenny Slatin's and Sumit Singh's love story has been documented on 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way. We've seen them overcome catfishing, arranged marriages, and a worldwide pandemic. However, this season, they faced their toughest challenge yet, moving in with Sumit's family and starting a cafe together. We've definitely grown even closer as a couple, said Slatin. Though she has lived in India for quite a few years, Slatin still doesn't speak any Hindi. I know some Hindi words, but that's about as far as it goes. Since leaving the United States, Slatin admits that she relies on Sumit for everything. I depend 100% on Sumit, explained Slatin. I've lost a lot of independence and I don't drive. Luckily, Sumit is everything Slatin could want in a partner. He's the most caring guy I've ever known, said Slatin. Luckily, fans can breathe a sigh of relief because Sumit's family cafe is thriving. We're a strong business now, especially because of our coffee machine, reported Slatin proudly, though she struggled initially with operating the equipment. Despite their success, Slatin and Sumit are still living with his parents, his brother and sister-in-law, and their child. I don't really like it too much, said Slatin, but Slatin is in a better place with her mother-in-law, Sadhna Singh, who didn't used to approve of Slatin's relationship with her son. We clash a little bit, but Sadhna and I are fine. Our relationship is good. Slatton stopped by the Decider studio to talk about the season so far, share how she and Sumit deal with conflict, and reveal which the other way couple she's rooting for. Jenny Slatton. We know each other a lot better now, laughed Jenny. We've definitely grown even closer as a couple. I didn't think that was possible. What's the biggest hurdle you two have faced as a couple and why? That would have to be living with his family. Are you still living in his parents' home? If so, how's it going? Yes, we are still there. I don't really like it too much, laughed Jenny. I want things my way. His mom wants things her way. We clash a little bit, but Sadhna and I are fine. Our relationship is good. Do you think Sadhna's acceptance of you conveniently coincided with her issues with Amit's wife, Shri? Yes, definitely. She tends to play favorites. It's really weird, but I've gotten used to it. What was the biggest adjustment you had to make moving to India from Palm Springs? I've lost a lot of independence and I don't drive. I depend 100% on Sumit. Sumit is clearly very devoted to you. What makes him such a great partner? He's so kind and he always wants me to be okay. He's the most caring guy I've ever known. I know your own family loves you very much. It's been a while since we've seen your daughters on the show. How are they doing? They're doing good. I would love to bring Christina back to India. My middle daughter, Dominique, has all the kids, so it's not easy for her. We'll get Christina back here. What do they make of some of your interactions with Sumit's family on the show? They feel sorry for me, laughed Jenny. My daughters care about me a lot, so as long as I'm happy with Sumit, they're happy for me. We never see you speaking Hindi on the show. Have you learned any of the language? Do you understand some of what people say around you? I can't speak Hindi, but I know some Hindi words. That's about as far as it goes. I don't really understand what people are saying around me. It's just how it goes. Were you on board with the family cafe idea? It was his mom's idea. To myself, I was thinking, this is never going to work. Living together and working together? So far, it's okay. It's been all right. Had you had any previous experience in the restaurant business? Not at all. But we are a strong business now, especially because of our coffee machine. I struggled with that a lot initially. So your coffee making skills have gotten better? What's your favorite drink to make? Yes, much better. I like making cappuccinos. Working the machine actually became fun after a while. I'm waiting for your famous spaghetti to hit the menu. Laughed Jenny. I only made spaghetti for the family that one time. Let's hope it never hits the menu. It wasn't that good. I don't know why Sumit's friend Rohit was being so negative about the business when he visited. Did his attitude surprise you? He's a little jealous of Sumit doing well. His jealousy just shows a lot. It makes me mad, and so I go after him. What can you tease about what other things audiences will see from you and Sumit this season? You'll see me getting fed up a lot, which causes us to fight a little bit. The family cafe stirs up drama. It's not good. How do you two deal with conflict within your relationship? Do you give each other space? Do you talk it out immediately? We definitely talk it out. Sumit's a good talker. I'll just go shut the door and be mad, and he'll come and start talking, laughed Jenny. We usually work it all out. What are your thoughts on this season of 90 Day Fiancé the other way? Are there any couples you are particularly rooting for? Manan and Anthony. Manan is outspoken and everybody seems to be against her. I feel for her. So, how would you have reacted to the goat milking date that Anthony surprised her with? Would you have preferred the cheese tasting date he initially pitched? I would definitely have reacted like Manan did. Also, I didn't like when he surprised her with his mime act. That was weird.